Hello everybody. So today's video is about setting up for setting your Tascam DP2432 to be used as an audio interface, which is why, well, not really an audio interface, but how to set it up to your computer so that you can do what I'm doing here. Now I'm going to do this in two parts. Today it's going to be connecting to the computer, recording yourself, so that's why the microphone's sitting here. Got my headphones on so I can actually hear what's going on in there, because I'm going to be playing with some stuff to show you what you can do. But yeah, so today is going to be, we're going to just use the thing to connect to the audio interface into the computer two different ways. One's with an audio interface, and one is if you're lucky like I am, you have a mic, a line input or a mic input, and using that in the front. So the microphone I'm using today is my kick drum mic, which is my Shure, and I can't even read the top of it. But I'm going to do a video on it at one point too, because it's actually a really decent mic, and I really enjoy using it for a lot of different things. Like, for instance, this, it sounds actually quite good. So that being said, let's just continue on here. So how would I hook this up? So that's the first question that you would be asked. I would personally, let me just go over here, I would use the RCA ports. So this one right here, as you can see, I'm coming out because I'm using them right now. Now the reason why I would use the RCA ports is because you get the best of both worlds. For instance, where the monitor level is on the board. So over here you got your little monitor level. So your level on here. So if you have headphones on, you're like playing guitar and you're singing. Once you have your levels set on the system on your computer and that, then this, because as you can see, I can go down and you can still hear it perfectly, and I can go back up. So now it's back in my ear. I can hear it again in my ear. And so this does not affect what's going to the computer. That's reason one. Reason two is if you happen to be using the click track on board on the Tascam, it doesn't go through the line out. It's not part of that. So if you're using that for something, then you can do it. Like your reverb and all that other stuff, that will work. I can show you. So as you can see, I have track one open here. I'm only doing one track on this. So track one is open, and if I turn it on, you can now hear that there's reverb, and I got post, pre, oh no, it's off again. So pre, post, back to off. So you can hear that there is reverb. It does work. Now, how would I hook this up? Like, how would I do this? I would do this the same way I would do a PA system, and my reasoning is because it's just the way that your brain thinks, and it's most commonly used this way. So I have on assignment here, I can show you track A is assigned, or track input A is assigned to track 1, and I have it set on record. Now this gives you another advantage. Is, let's say you decide you're going to record what you're recording on your live output. So you're on your video output. Then you can record it, and if you want, you can go back and you can play with it. You know, you can then like mix it differently on the board and then mix it together. That's going to be next week's video. I'm going to show you some of that stuff and why I would use that. Now, what would I use to create this? Well, I have my webcam up. I can show you that. So as you can see, I'm using OBS here to record it. You can see the front mic. This is the mic that I'm using. Now the ART USB is going up too, but it's muted, and I can prove that by scratching the front of my CAD mic up there. But if I scratch this one, well, that would be an interesting effect to use on a song too. So that one is working, as you can hear. And yeah, the Hue mic, which is this guy, I don't even know if it has a mic. You can't. This guy right here, you can see, if you look at the bottom of me, this one here, I don't even know if it has a mic. And the Logic does not have. I'm not using a mic on that one either. So this is the easiest way, and then you start the recording, record yourself, listen to it. You might have to play with the mix a bit if you don't like the way it sounds. That's why I'm saying, you could do it a different way, but this is just for you to, this is the quickest and easiest way to record yourself. So that's why I'm doing it this way. This is just the fastest. Well, I wouldn't say the fastest, but it's the easiest way. And there's, like I said, there's 2 ways to input it into the system. This is way 1, and so I tested it just to make sure it would work. Let's go back to this. So what I've done is, as I've said, you see this cable right here. This is the RCA outs, and I have it going. Gotta just get this over. Didn't realize it was over. I have it going into, as you can see here, let me just flip her down. I have it going into the front of my computer, and it's in the line in. So I'm using the internal line in system on my computer. And I know a lot of you guys can't do that because you have like a laptop that might not have this. So we're going to look at the audio interface. I'm going to do that after I'm done this part of this. I'm going to do that right after. And so you don't have that ability. If you do, and if you can find yourself an RCA cable that will turn into an 1/8 inch, then this is your best option. Well, it's not your best option. It's a good option. It's a cheap option. Let's just call it a cheap option, because then you don't have to go out and buy an audio interface to do the thing. So now I have sitting here, I have 2 audio interfaces right here. Well, one's a mixer. I'm not using the mixer today. You can see that it is popping up because I am close to the mic, but it's not being used. And then I have my complete audio, which I use as my audio interface for my speakers, and I used to use it as the input as well. So this is your 2 options. Well, this is option 1. I'm going to switch to option 2 right now. Hello everyone. Just a quick thing. I noticed that when I was listening to the playback of the audio interface one, which is just about to start, there is some kind of weird delay going on, like a reverb. I don't know why. It shouldn't do that. I'm just letting you know. So if it happens, I'm sorry, and it will work better if you tweak around with it. I didn't have a lot of time to play with it on that one, so that's why. So I'm just letting you know on that. Thanks. Okay, so I am using my complete audio interface. Let me show you here. So it is still coming from the RCA out of, there it is, out of the DP32, and this time it has to go into it's going into the RCA to 1/4 inch things. I'm using RCA to 1/4 inch adapters on this one, and the biggest reason is because I do have RCA. Yeah, I have RCA cables that are 1/4 inch at the other end, but they're all being used on my Tascam 238 to go into the rack mount system. So yeah, so I really don't have any other way of doing it, but this is just a test. So once again, here I'm just putting on some reverb. As you can hear, it is giving you reverb. It is working as expected. Like I said, it's not difficult to do. The cheaper route is if you have mic in, to use the mic in. If you don't, then get yourself an audio interface that has 2 inputs for sure. Unless you don't care, then you can just kind of splice them into the one. But I would definitely spend a bit more money and get an audio interface with 2, and then you connect it up to your USB. So that's my video today. Next video for this series is going to be actually recording on the DP32, and then like syncing it up with cameras. And as you can see, if I move over there, you can see a camera just beside my head. If I slide over there, and all these cameras in here. So that's going to be next. That's going to be the next video on this subject. So yeah. So I'll just end it at this. So thank you. Talk to you later. Bye. Today you feel the same way that's in my heart. No, it's
I'm feeling